Hello, my name is Swiss Bianco. In this video we will have a look at a little neck knife from Smith & Wesson. It's in the current lineup available. It is a spearpoint from the h.r.t line. You see there the information, typical current Smith & Wesson box, nothing fancy. We see there the number, and inside you simply have the knife with the sheath and a bit neck cord. So we have a full tang knife here, a relative thin stock, and we have a spear point grind. The top edge is not sharp. Of course, if you want, you can sharpen that. The bottom edge is sharpened from the factory, relative well and good. Then we have a 3-finger design of a handle, relative short, with G10 scales. The scales are screwed on, hold into place with screws. We have a nice lanyard hole. The scales are G10, in this case black textured version, that typical peel off part that makes the texturing there. Nicely rounded off, not overly rounded off, so it has a bit of blocky feel, but it feels really well in the hand, at least for my hands, for my 3 fingers there. There is no serrations on top, unfortunately, for the thumb, so it's completely smooth. So if you would sharpen the top edge, it would be easy to cut your thumb there if you do so. So that is a bit the negative. Of course, because of the size, that is not for batoning the piece of wood that you would hit on the spine. That would go relative fast kaput as well, because of the way how it's shaped and the little material on top. But yeah, all in all, I would say really nicely done, especially for the price. By the way, we also have the whole blade coated, what they call in a titanium coating. I would say it's more towards a good paint and not a real titanium coating that is infused or bonded with the steel material and all that. But I mean, for that price, that is how that is. Then the item has injection molded sheet. A typical affair, no fancy kydex. It's a simple 2-piece design that then got riveted together with those eyelets there to form the sheet. Sheet is only usable one way, like this. The other way the knife doesn't go in, but of course it's ambi. You can turn it around for left or right hand use, no problem at all. And they, thank God, did leave off the part here and on top of the sheet, so we can get a good grip for taking the knife out of the sheet really easy without to re-grip or anything else. Really nicely done there. The locking is positive. They use the 2 front screws that interlock with the side of the sheet. Now in this version, as it comes from the factory, it still rattles a bit. That is basically because the dimensions here are a bit too loose, so you need to heat it up with a heat gun carefully and then press it a bit more together, that has a bit a stronger force there, clamping force here. Then the whole thing would not rattle anymore. That's gonna happen after the video. That is an easy fix. Shouldn't be like that from the factory, but that is typical for, I would say, a knife design, the materials, the workmanship and all that. That is how that is, you know. Other than that, the sheet so far did not wear out. Sometimes by injection molded they use a bit cheaper plastic, but this one did work. Plus it would be really easy to make a kydex that then last you a lifetime. Then we have the lanyard or neck cord. In this case it's a typical, it's not a paracord, it's a relative thicker, about 4mm thick cord from China, and it has that adjustable stopper here where you press it in and then you can slide it. The point is, if you carry this around the neck like that, the one part is as it comes from the factory through the last holes, and you carry it like that around the neck. You have to be very careful. That could catch onto something and then strangle you, because the cord edge here that they use is quite likely strong enough, and there is no weak point built in. If you have a good knot on the other side, it's simply gonna strangle you if you can't get rid of it. So that is dangerous. Better would be to use one of those ball chains. You know that from applications like in the kitchen or in the bathroom. Those ball chains, they are easy available in USA in stores or online, even in a black color, and they give they rip with a certain amount of force. They simply rip, and you can use that on the knife. You can use the knife with it, really safe, and if you get caught and all that, it would simply rip and save your life that way as well. So that would be the only change. That's why this piece of original cord is already off the knife. That is way dangerous. I would not carry it like that. Of course, since we have 6 holes there, you can mount it easily with zip ties or a suitable size cordage. We have about 4mm holes there. Say on equipment, on a backpack, on a strap, on a furniture, wherever you wanna mount it, that is all possible. You can even use the holes with screws to screw it on a furniture. You can also use Velcro. Possibly industrial grade Velcro. Put Velcro on it, and then you simply put it wherever you want, and you can remove it too. You have one Velcro on this one, the opposite side you have wherever you wanna put it, and maybe you have a second place you wanna put it. There you can put a opposite side Velcro as well. So really universal, lightweight, good edge, I would say, and nicely done. Of course, this knife comes from the lineup, I would say, from Columbia River. They came out a while ago with a similar knife design. This one is used without the sheath. I need to make me a kydex sheath. The difference basically is that we have a more rounded off micarta. In this case, it's way more rounded off all over compared to the rather blocky feeling of the G10 on the Smith & Wesson. So if you can, pre-order, you buy this or the other, get it in your hand, that you feel the difference, that you can select. Some people like more blocky in the hand, some people more rounded off. You know, it's also a price question of the price. This one usually can be had way cheaper than the Columbia River knife and tool version, and it's basically pretty similar, if not the same, quality wise. So yeah, that is one point to consider. Other than that, such little knives are really handy. You can also carry it in the pocket, really easy, and they are lightweight. They don't have an opening mechanism. They don't have slots like a folding knife where dirt or pocket lint can go into it. It's a pretty compact, sturdy design. You don't have to worry too much about it, so that is for sure a possible great solution or alternative to a folding knife as well. So that much about the Smith & Wesson Spearpoint neck knife.